Good evening, 8th grade. I thought I wasn't going to record, but I'm going to get at least lesson 7 done. So, I'm on page 27, and my first word is bumptious. Bumptious. It's an adjective because of the OUS ending. This word is a good adjective that you can put into your word bank, because I bet you know somebody who is bumptious. You can think about them as bumping into people for attention, wanting all eyes on them, but getting attention in a very negative way. Alright? Being arrogant, being rude, drawing attention to themselves in a negative way. They're one of those individuals who believes that if it's positive or negative, it's still attention. Okay? And so they're going to do whatever it takes to get that attention. That is bumptious. Now, we have kind of an opposite meaning here in this same list. And if we go to the very end of the list, vivacious. Vivacious is also an adjective, the OUS ending. But vivacious is being lively and spirited, but in a pleasant and positive way. Alright, just being lively, bubbly, okay, living, just living loud, but in a positive way, not being rude to gain the attention, but just having a lively personality that gains the attention. That's vivacious. So I did number 1 and I did number 10. I hope this is not confusing anybody. I'll add a few ums in here so you can write things down. Apparently the ums work for people. Too late to add any of my special effects. Sorry, I still have some tests to grade to complete first quarter grade, so you're just going to have to wait in anticipation for lesson 8. Okay, word number 2, sight, is a verb. Now, the pronunciation, sight, it has many homophones, many words that sound the same but are spelled differently. Okay, so it's very important that you note this as a verb. Right? And you have cited sources in your papers. Most recently, To Kill a Mockingbird. When you did the parenthetical documentation, you cited your source. You gave credit to the source where you got that information. Another cite is if you're speeding along and all of a sudden you hear sirens and see the red flashing lights and you are given a citation. You are cited for speeding. Okay, you're given a ticket. That means you are cited for speeding or whatever you did. Okay, you can be cited to receive an award. Alright, if you did something really well and you're going to receive an award, you are cited for that award. Okay, so it's a verb, though, unlike S-I-G-H-T, someone cite. Okay, that's a noun. So understand this particular one. Also S-I-T-E, that's also a noun. That refers to a location. So the spelling C-I-T-E is a verb. Okay? My next word, consonant. Now, consonant is a noun, but it can also be an adjective. And it's the adjective one that I don't believe you might understand. I know you get the noun one. If it's not a vowel, it's a consonant, right? In poetry, when we have alliteration, that's the initial consonant sound being repeated. Peter, Piper, picked a peck of pickled peppers. P is a consonant, okay? But the adjective form has to do with working well together. If we are in consonant, we are in a state of consonant work, consonant understanding, consonant discussion. That means our discussion is working well, we're in agreement, things are not discord, which is bad. All right, we're in disagreement, but we are in agreement. Okay? We have a consonant understanding of what we're supposed to be doing in the lesson. We have a consonant understanding of the homework assignment. Okay? It means in agreement, in harmony, okay, working well together. That is consonant. Number 4 can be a noun or a verb. Jibe. If you are, it's like trash talking, you know. If you're mocking somebody, you're playing basketball, and you're mocking somebody on the other side, trash talking, you're making jibes at them, you're jibing them, okay? That's what jibe means, just trash talk, saying mean things. The mean thing itself can be a jibe, or the action of jibing, okay, can be a verb. So we have a noun and a verb, okay? Number 5 also has to do with speaking, repartee. It is a noun, but it's not trash talking. In fact, it requires more know-how, more knowledge, more understanding to be a part of fine repartee. Repartee is a conversation that's full of wit and humor and fun, but it's not demeaning to anyone. Saying mean things is easy. Having clever repartee, now that takes some brains, that takes some wit, that takes clever understanding of the language. Repartee is for smart, intellectual individuals. Jibes are for just those who trash talk. That's a standard way down here. Repartee, jibes, repartee, choose repartee. Okay. It's fun to share in a fun bantering in that repartee, you know. It's fun. Mrs. Roybal, once again, she's the best at bantering, and she's clever to engage in some fun repartee. Did I tell you that's a noun? It is, so mark it down. Here, I'll take a drink of my tea while you write that down. Plantation mint. All right. Rudiment. Rudiment is a noun, and it is a rudiment. Right now in language, we are past the rudiments of grammar. The rudiments would include understanding parts of speech, maybe putting a period at the end of a sentence and capitalizing the first letter. Those are rudiments. Those are very basic. The rudimentary understanding of grammar. All right, the very, very basics. If you understand the rudiments of any particular study, you understand the very basics. Some rudimentary skills, or let me state it this way, the rudiments of basketball may include dribbling, a layup, free throws, triple threat, defensive stance. Okay. Now, when you begin to get into strategies and running particular plays, then we're going from the rudiments to some higher skills. Okay. So, rudiments, very basic skills. All right. The next one, sanction. Sanction is a noun or a verb. A noun or a verb. Let me give you the verb first. If I, or when I have people like Marissa or Samantha and Chloe and any of the cheerleaders, Abby helped set up and run the selling of the food. That's a sanctioned activity. I said, I want you to do this to help me out. I give you my permission to do this. I sanctioned the early dismissal so that they could be out there setting up. I sanctioned the exchange of money. All right. I give them my permission to take care of that. Okay. The noun is the formal permission, the sanction to go ahead and do that, the permission needed to do that, a formal permission. Some things you have to get sanctioned by the office in order to do that, to be a part of the activity. For instance, the breaking of dress code, that is an activity that must be sanctioned by the office. We need to get a sanction, an approval from Mrs. Fisher in order to have that sort of activity, because it's normally against the rules. So special permission is necessary. A sanctioning of that activity is necessary. Okay? So it could be a noun or a verb. Number 8, this is an easy one. It's pronounced satiate. Satiate. Easy for me to say. And it's a verb. Satiate, very similar to the word satisfy. If I have a hunger for cookies, I'm going to get some yummy chocolate chip cookies to satiate my hunger. This works also with knowledge. Sometimes, I need to read something. Something that's not homework, something that, I just need to read a good book to satiate my literary thirst. Okay? Satiate means to satisfy. It doesn't have to be just with thirst or hunger. It could be with knowledge and curiosity, to satiate my curiosity. I might do this or that, or if I'm curious about a haunted house, which Believe me, I'm not. I would go to satiate my curiosity, to satisfy my curiosity. My son Ruben is going to one tonight. I don't know what, called the Inferno or something. I don't know what the deal is. So, number 9, subservient is an adjective. Now this one is easy to understand, get a visual here. We see the word servant in there, okay? And then sub, sub is like submarine, so underneath. So sub and servant, this is serving with, humility, the utmost of humility. A subservient role is very low, very servant, very humble, all right? Definitely somebody on the ladder of importance that's way down here, okay? Somebody who's way down, okay? Not up here, down here, not here, down here. That person would play a subservient role in the workings of a company, okay? This might be the guy who sharpens the pencils, all right? That's a subservient role, okay? Still necessary, but it's a subservient role. Okay. And I've already described vivacious. Oh, go back to subservient. I did tell you it's an adjective, correct? Hope so. And I told you what vivacious is. Not exactly an antonym. Not exactly an antonym of bumptious. But they're both, getting attention. But bumptious is just rude and arrogant. Vivacious, pleasant, fun personality. I think we know people that would fit in both categories. I'm trying to think of actors that might demonstrate this. The person, the boy who's all, let's see. Any of you watch The Middle? If you watch The Middle, I'm not saying you should, but if you do, Sue on there is, she's kind of klutzy and that sort of thing, but she's very vivacious. She wears loud clothing, and she's just pleasant. She's kind of goofy, but she just has a fun-loving kind of personality. Okay. Her brother Axel, the oldest brother, he's bumptious. He's just obnoxious. He wants attention, but he's so arrogant. He's so, look at me, I'm the best at everything, that you're just kind of, ugh. All right, so that's kind of the example. Let's turn to page, I think it's 129. Yes, it is. 129, and this is an analogy lesson. Our first 2 words, consonant and alphabet. They're both nouns. All right. We have the alphabet, and then there's consonants. Alphabet, consonants. Get it? Number 2, decadence is a word that we're going to have in lesson 8. Decadence is a noun. Bad influence is a noun. Let me give you an example sentence for this one. The bad influence in the classroom made the entire group shift into decadence. The bad influence caused the whole group to shift into decadence, to fall into decadence. Okay. Number 3, erroneous is an adjective. You see O-U-S and you can see error in there, so put it together. Correct is an adjective. Okay, those are pretty easy. Number 4, flaunt is a verb. peacock is a noun. Now, peacock, even though not human, it still can be, I would say, person, but an animate noun. Okay? Keep that in mind. Number 5. Jibe is a verb. Jeer is a verb. Okay? I think if you look in your definitions, if you got the definitions right, that'll help you. If you wrote down the definitions from the book, that'll help you. Number 6, hypercritical is an adjective. Critical is an adjective. Okay, now if you think about this for 2 seconds, okay, and if you look at the term hyper, the prefix hyper, that always means more so, right? So you have critical, hypercritical, right? They mean the same thing, but hyper, okay, pretty much gave that one to you. Number 7, irascible is an adjective. Irritable is an adjective. Irascible is an adjective that we'll have in lesson 8. My one daughter, not Chloe, my daughter Grace, when she was little, she was very, very irascible after being awakened from a nap. My daughter Grace was very irritable when being awakened from a nap. Number 8, miscreant is a person noun. Villain is a person noun. Okay. The young actor tried out for the miscreant, to play the part of the miscreant. The young actor tried out for the part of villain. Number 9, ostentatious is an adjective. Noticeable is an adjective. Ostentatious. The word in lesson 8. Ostentatious. Whoa. Okay. The neon green outfit was certainly ostentatious. The neon green outfit was noticeable. Okay. Number 10, pretentious is an adjective. Humble is an adjective. Now, and we see in the word pretentious, in the 8th lesson, pretentious, we see the word pretend. Okay. And that word means you're pretending to be something you're not. Okay. You're pretending to be more than. Okay. When you're humble, you're less than, right? Anyway, that's your lesson 7. Hope this helps. 8th grade. Talk to you soon.